Alright, I'm going to start off by apologizing. I have a little bit of a cold, and the microphone on this phone is extremely sensitive, so you're going to hear every breath I take. This is my dehumidifier. It is a Zenith 30 pint dehumidifier. It's manufactured by LG. Most of them are out there are manufactured by LG. They just rebadge them for different retailers so they don't have to price match. Also known as Goldstar, I think Danby. I can't remember. A bunch of other names. I'm making this video for my little brother. He has a similar issue with his, and I couldn't find a video anywhere on YouTube to point him to, so I'm going to make this one. If you guys find it helpful, that's great. I hope that it fixes your problem. I am going to assume, however, that you're not idiots. I'm going to assume that you know that if you try to modify it while it is still under warranty, it will void said warranty. I am also going to assume that you've tried everything else before getting to this step, that you've made sure it was plugged into a working outlet, that you cleaned the filter, that you checked the fuse, all of those things. I am further going to assume that you have some level of comfort working on electrical devices and that you're not going to electrocute yourself by working on it while it's plugged in or make some colossal mistake and burn your house down. If you do, it's not my fault. That's why I put the disclaimers in here. Now, on to the actual repair itself. The humidity sensor seems to have disappeared. Where the heck did you go? Ah, it fell on the floor. The humidity sensor looks like this. Simple little device. Apparently they go bad quite frequently. If you order it from the manufacturer, it'll be, I think, 30 bucks is what I saw. I think the cheapest one I found was $20. You can order generic ones on eBay for like 6, 7, 8 bucks. But if you do that, it requires a little bit of modification sometimes to make them work, so I don't know. I didn't care to spend any more money on this stupid thing when it should last more than 2 years, so I'm just going to bypass it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This is the little plastic case that the humidity sensor sits in. It is plugged into the grill here. I pulled it out. I'm not worried about preserving this, so I just snapped the board out of frustration. I cut the 3 wires. And then to make the repair, all you really have to do is strip the insulation on the red and white wires here, twist them together, and I apologize, my phone is not focusing, and leave the black wire alone. You will want to either put a a wire nut on this, or at least cover it with some tape just so it doesn't short out on anything. The black wire, you could put a little piece of tape over that if you want, but I don't think that'll cause any trouble. When you do this, it will render this knob completely useless, and this light will no longer come on. The switch here will still work, the high and low switch, but when it's running, it will never stop. Unless the bucket fills up, this thing will run non-stop. If you have it hooked up to a hose, like I do with mine, running to a drain, it will never shut off unless you unplug it. It'll run indefinitely. I am actually going to install a little simple switch on here, just an on and off switch so that I can turn it off because I don't want it running 24 hours a day. Although right now that would be helpful because I had a little bit of a leak in the basement here. Just be aware of those things. Otherwise, this will make the thing run. It just won't ever stop. So there you go. Hope it's helpful. Hope you guys don't burn your house down. And Jimmy, if you still can't figure this out, I'll probably come over and help you with it. The rest of you, if you have any questions, I guess leave it down in the comments below. If I can, I will answer it. See you later. Well, most of you probably not.